Hello guys, welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to solve MCQ questions from partnership, and this time you can solve along as well. We have the link in the description box below to this MCQ form where you need to open this form and attempt all the 15 questions and see how much have you scored. Right after submission, you can get to see your total score. You can get to see the correct answers as well as the incorrect ones, and it will also show the right answers for the ones that you have got incorrect. All right. So if you have any confusion, you have to come back to this video again and check for the right answers and post your scores in the comments box below for everyone to see who got the maximum score in the first attempt itself. All right. So get started, hit the link and test yourself. For people who have attempted it and have now come back to understand some of the concepts, let's understand the MCQs at a concept level. First one that we have got, which one of the following is not the reconstitution of the partnership? Answer is dissolution, because this is a closing down of a partnership. There is no reconstitution in here. Rest all the three are reconstitution. Point number two, goodwill of the firm on the basis of 2 years purchase of average profit for the last 3 years is rupees 25,000. Find the average profit. Now this question can be confusing if you see that if you misunderstand 25,000 to be the value of the profit of last 3 years. Okay, this is the goodwill value for the last 3 years based on the last 3 years profit. So 2 years purchase, the value of goodwill is 25,000. That means average profit is half of that by 2, 12,500. That is the average profit for the last 3 years, right? So doing a back calculation and arriving at 12,500. That's the answer. Point number three, in the event of a death of a partner, the amount of general reserve is transferred to partner's capital account in the old profit sharing ratio, right? There is no other treatment. If there is any general reserve which is carried forward, which is retained in the balance sheet, not distributed, then things are different. However, in a normal event, the old profit sharing ratio is used to distribute the general reserve. Okay. Point number four, on the admission of a new partner, old partnership is dissolved. Both old partnership and the firm are dissolved. Old firm is dissolved. None of the above. Answer is the first one. The old partnership is dissolved. That means the agreement between the existing partners is dissolved and a new agreement is formed between all the partners, including the new one. Okay. Next question number five. Calculate the value of goodwill at 3 years purchase of super profit when capital employed is given as 2,50,000. Average profit is 30,000 and normal rate of return is 10%. Let's do the calculation. 2,50,000 is the capital employed, so normal profit is 10% of 2,50,000, which is 25,000. The average profit is the actual profit, 30,000. So super profit is average profit minus normal profit, which is 30,000 minus 25,000 is 5,000. Goodwill is 3 years purchase of super profit. So 3 years purchase means 3 times of 5,000, which is 15,000. So answer is B. On the admission of a new partner, increase in the value of assets is debited to. Now, don't be confused here. It talks about increase in the value of assets. That's always debited to the assets account. If they were asking is credited to, then it would have been PL adjustment account or the revaluation account. All right. Point number seven. What are super profits? Just now we did it. Actual profit minus normal profit is the answer. Actual profit is also called the average profit. Okay. Gaining ratio is used to distribute dash in case of retirement of a partner, that is goodwill. The retiring partner's share of goodwill is distributed among the gaining partners in their gaining ratio. All right. Question number 9. X and Y share profits in the ratio 2 is to 3. Now they decided to share profits equally in the future. Which partner will sacrifice and in what ratio? So let's understand. The old ratio is 2 by 5 and 3 by 5. The new ratio is 1 by 2 and 1 by 2. In order to find out the gain or the sacrifice, If it is a gain, then the new ratio will be bigger than the old ratio. And if it's sacrifice, then the old ratio will be bigger than the new ratio. So let's subtract 2 by 5 and see, take 2 by 5 minus 1 by 2. Let's do it. And if you do it, you get it as minus 1 by 10. So it's coming as negative. That means x is not sacrificing, rather gaining. And for y, if you do it, 3 by 5 minus 1 by 2, that's coming to a positive 1 by 10. That means y is sacrificing by 1 by 10. Okay, a simple subtraction you have to do here. Let's move on to number 10. When the incoming partner brings his share of premium for goodwill in cash, it is adjusted by crediting to sacrificing partners capital account. Straightforward. It is credited to sacrificing partners capital account. Question 11. Which of the following items are added to previous year's profits for finding normal profits for valuation of goodwill? Any kind of abnormal loss is added back. So loss on sale of fixed asset will be added, loss due to fire will be added, undervaluation of closing stock will be added as well. So answer is all of these. Question 12. Himanshu and Naman share profits and losses equally. Their capitals were 1,20,000 and 80,000 respectively. Okay. They, there was also a balance of 60,000 in general reserve and revaluation gain amounted to 15,000. They admit friend Ashish with one-fifth share. Ashish brings 90,000 as capital. Calculate the amount of goodwill of the firm. Now, in this case, the goodwill is a hidden goodwill. First of all, Ashish's share is one-fifth, and for that he brings in 90,000. So, based on this, the total capital of the firm should be 90,000 into 5 by 1, which is 4,50,000. Okay, so let's keep that aside and find out what is the actual total capital. 1,20,000 plus 80,000 is 2 lakhs. The general reserve balance will be added as well because they are distributed among the partners. So 2 lakh plus 60 is 2 lakh 60, and the revaluation gain is also distributed among the partners, so that will be added as well. So 2 lakh 60 plus 15 is 2 lakh 75,000, and in that we add Ashish's capital as well, that is being brought in. So 2 lakh 75,000 plus 90,000 is coming to 3 lakh 65,000. Okay, now 3 lakh 65,000 we have here, and 4 lakh 50,000 we had as total capital. So 4 lakh 50,000 minus 3 lakh 65,000. Let's do the simple calculation and we'll get to understand how much is the goodwill of the firm. 3 lakh 65,000. That comes to 85,000. So point number B is the answer. All right, straightforward calculation. If your concepts are clear, you can do it in no time. Question 13. Revaluation account or the profit and loss adjustment account. It's a nominal account. Always we have learned that. Under which method of valuation of goodwill, normal rate of return is not considered. The answer to this is average profit. When we are doing this method, we don't need normal rate of return. In super profit, in capitalization of super profit, we need. All of the above cannot be the answer because average profit is the answer. All right. So let's move on to the last question. A and B were partners. They share profits as 1 by 2, 1 by 3, and carried a reserve of 1/6. B died. The balance of reserve on the date of death was 30,000. A's share of reserve will be how much? Now, simple. First, don't get carried away by the straightforward ratios given 1 by 2, 1 by 3, and 1 by 6. First, you have to calculate the ratio between A and B. Okay, so A and B, the ratio is how much? 1 by 2 and 1 by 3. That means it's a 3:2 ratio. Okay, so 3 by 2, 3 by 5 of 30,000 will be A's share. So if you do that, 3 by 5 into 30,000, how much do we get? Okay, so that comes to 18,000. Okay, and B's share of reserve will be 12,000. This will be 12,000. The question is asking for B's share of reserve. Okay, so if you have any confusion, do let me know. We'll catch you all in the next video with another set of MCQs. Stay tuned and hit the subscribe button and the bell icon if you want to get notified for future videos which are dropped in. And if you want to go through the CBSE sample papers and the specimen solutions for ISC, those are there in the entire playlist. In the description box, you can find the link so you can check them out. Thanks for watching. Take care.